Hi, this is Mrs. French, and tonight we are going to talk about impersonal expressions and using the subjunctive mode, rather mood. If we continue here, we'll see that it says si se puede, and I wrote that because a lot of people get intimidated, and I know that we can all do real well with this topic. Okay, so first, what I want you to do is think back to previous lessons we've done. And I want you to think about what it means when I say the words impersonal expressions. So, what is an impersonal expression and do they have a subject? So, if you think a second, you should come up with the word impersonal, meaning not personal, and therefore these expressions do not have subjects when they're talking about actions that take place. Next, I want you to try and think of 3 examples of impersonal expressions that we've done over the year so far. Pause the video and see if you can come up with some on your own. So now here's some that I've come up with. Es importante reciclar los papeles. It's important to recycle the papers. Es malo tirar la basura en el suelo. It's bad to throw trash on the ground. Es responsable usar recursos renovables. It's responsible to use renewable resources. But also remember, it says it is, therefore we do not have a subject. Next, what I want you to do is make some observations on your own. I'm going to pull up some sentences for you using the subjunctive mood, and I want you to pause, read them, and write down your thoughts about things that you notice about these sentences in the subjunctive. See what kind of observations you can make, some deductions. So here we go. We have es bueno que ustedes reciclen las latas de refrescos. It's good that you all recycle the soda cans. Es importante que la gente del mundo ayude el medio ambiente. It's important that the people of the world help the environment. Es malo que los negocios amenacen el medio ambiente. It's bad that businesses threaten the environment. So here we have, there's an expression without a subject. The word que appears in all of them. There's a subject change. And you'll notice that in the clause, or the part of the sentence that comes after the que, the verb has opposite endings. If you need to pause, pause and make sure that you're writing this down now. Excuse me. Here's the formula we think of when we write sentences using the subjunctive. Ta-da! We have the impersonal expression with the subject, the first subject, plus the word que, plus the clause with the second subject. And you're going to notice on the left side of the que, we're going to be using tenses that we've already learned. And then on the right side of the que is where you're going to be using the subjunctive. Just some extra information. You have the indicative mood is what you've been studying, although we've never given you that information, but we've listed your tenses, present, preterite, imperfect, future, and under there should be conditional. And then all you're learning so far is the present subjunctive. So if you need to pause and copy some information down, please do that now. Okay, so next we have some sample sentences for you to write down. And it's important that you write these down because these are models, and make sure that you're copying them down correctly and that you're spelling things correctly. So, es bueno que ustedes reciclen las latas de refrescos. It's good that you all are recycling the soda cans. Es importante que la gente del mundo ayude el medio ambiente. It's important that people of the world help the environment. Es malo que los negocios amenacen el medio ambiente. It's bad that businesses are threatening the environment. And so what I want to remind you is these look kind of similar to other phrases that you might see, but you'll notice that in these sentences you have a subject change. So you go from es bueno, it is good, to after the K where it says ustedes or la gente or los negocios. And therefore we have to use the subjunctive because of that subject change. So here we go. How do we form the subjunctive? It's pretty simple. You have your charts here, and here we go again. You've seen this before. You start in the yo of the present tense and you drop the o and you add your opposite endings. And so please pause the video and make sure you write this down. Make sure you get your accent from the vosotros forms. These are regular subjunctive endings. There's nothing tricky about these. So pause the video and copy down. Okay, then we have some impersonal expressions for you to remember. I've left you space on your note sheet for you to copy these, so you're going to want to pause and write this down. I'm not going to read them all because it's just going to take a lot of time. So make sure you're spelling these words correctly as well. And pause now. Okay, I want you to practice writing some sentences. So what I'm going to give you are 4 of them. Copy them down in English on the first line, and on the second line, translate them into Spanish. So what I want you to do is pause the video and not cheat. Try and fill in as much as you can. So use pencil. In case you make a mistake, you can erase it. Then I want you to go back to the video and I want you to check your translations and see how you do. Remember, you have your impersonal expression, that word K, which in English is that, and then you have your second clause that you need to fill in with the subjunctive. Pause the video now. So here are your answers that go with the 4. And you'll see that each one of those has the word K in the middle. Make sure that you've spelled your words correctly, especially your subjunctive, since you're using opposite endings. And then we'll move on from here. So if you need to pause so you can correct your endings, you can pause the video now.